Hey everyone, welcome back for another review. Today we have the iconic Superman statue from Sideshow Toys. So stay tuned and we will be going to back in time to do the unboxing. Okay, so hang on. Alright, so we have the Superman. This one is the base. And then you have, this is actually the, they call it the noodle eyes. It's the red stuff for his head. Then the two Superman heads. And then of course Superman himself. This box is okay. It's moderately big. And then if you go, I'm not showing to you, but if you flip the box over, that's where the cape will be. Okay? So we're now going to look at the box itself. Nothing special. This is it. Just got the Superman logo, like Wonder Woman, and then it looks like it got warped from sitting in my cold basement. Okay, so the other side's gonna be the same, so I won't, spin it around to show you. That's about it. And then the other side will have the Superman logo. Nah, why the heck not? Let's spin it around. Oh, look at that, bigger logo. Wow. Okay, so and I wanted to show you guys this also. This is hardcore when you have an instruction pamphlet on how to assemble Superman, and there's a, I guess I wouldn't say a problem, but there's some tediousness to assembling Superman with his head, and then as you can see, they show you how to do the eyes and stuff like that. This statue is going to be very tedious to switch out parts, so I'll mention that when we get to it. Okay, so hold on, and we will be putting the statue together. This is the base. Looks like it's a two-pegger. One, two. This one is a little bit deeper, and it looks like it's a cut out of Superman's Fortress of Solitude. Okay, nothing special here. Just a regular base. Okay, Superman is on his miniature statue, Fortress of Solitude base. Okay, so that's what it looks like. The base is just big enough. And of course this is the mixed media. As you can see right here, it doesn't fit very well. I'll show you later at the end right there. It's not flush. It needs to be down like that, but that's okay. And then of course it's fully sculpted underneath. So it is really nice if you don't like this cloth. This is all cloth right here. This thing is raised, as you can see. It's nice. His belt doesn't come off, and his red undies. Okay, so the only thing that's sculpted is really his boots, right there. And as you can see underneath, there's some nice definition. And coming through here, the head's held on by magnets. And then of course one of the part of the cape's gonna be through there. Okay, so overall pretty good. As you can see, not as bad as Batman's armpit problems that we had before. Okay, so I will now attempt to put the head on and the cape. Okay, so this is what Superman looks like without anything on it. I just wanted you guys to see a all-round sculpt before I put on the cape and stuff. Okay, it's really nice. Okay, so that's what we have. Alright, so I'm going to try to follow the directions on how to put the head on. And you see you have the regular head, which is inspired, I believe, by Alex Ross's drawings, and of course the exclusive head. Okay, so I guess according to the instructions, first thing you want to do is just put this guy on here. Bam. Look at that. Okay, and then they tell you to pull the shirt out. Okay, So now according to, oh, sorry, that's what it looks like. Pretty powerful, pretty iconic. Okay. And the cool thing with this design is because there's only that one hole right there, you can actually fill it up or cover it with a cloth cape, which I think some people have done, so you can look at the YouTube videos for that. So it's overall very clean, unlike the Batman. Okay, so that's what we have. So you can display it like this and it'll be all over with. No need for the cape. The cape is pretty heavy, and then according to the instructions, we're supposed to put it on and then twist it. So I will try to do this without having, doing it with one hand is impossible. Okay, oh, and one other thing, when you put the cape on, you may want to put a piece of cloth here. I'm going to use a tissue paper, so when you twist the cape that way to put it into this peg, you will not scrape up this part. Okay, so I will try to do that while filming with one hand for you. So hang on, I will go get a tissue paper. And of course, that's the cape with the one peg. Okay, so hang on. Okay guys, I will now attempt to put on the cape. And as you can see, I've put a tissue paper here, so it doesn't affect the paint, because people have gotten paint rubs, and then this mumbo jumbo is going to go on there. So hang on. So what you want to do is put it here first, right? Like the instruction says. Whoops. You're going to do that, and then you're going to twist it over here, right? And then you're going to put it right in there. Got it? And I'm going to slip it right down. Whoops. Oh, now I can't get the paper towel out. That was a bad idea. Hang on. This is one of the least fun assembling I've ever done. So what we want to do is twist it in like that's not going to work. There you go. That's not too bad. And we're going to have to finagle it a little bit just to get it down. I believe that's it. Yep, that's it. So as you can see, there were some red smudges right there. Okay, so you want to do that. So let me pan the camera out, and then we'll have a better look. Okay, so everything is in, and I noticed I did get some red smudges right there that you may not be able to see. Right there, and I think you can just erase it off. And then some in the back. So this was a poorly done way to have the cape on. But it does look good afterwards though. The way the Batman does it is, the cape goes on first and then the head goes on. So this is, like I said, the Alex Ross style, as you can see. This is one of the very few heads that just comes out perfect. As it should, since it's Superman. Didn't see anything wrong with it. Okay, no googly eyes or anything. Okay, so that's what Superman looks like. It's very nice with his cape blowing in the wind. And like I said, the only, one complaint is the the cape part. It's not very fun to try to switch out, so you're gonna have to pick a head, either this regular head or the your laser beam head, eyes modern head, because you're not gonna be able to switch it out back and forth all the time. It kind of sucks though, because both heads are good, but the way they made it, it's cleaner, but it's just terrible. You're gonna get some paint smudges. Okay, so let's take a 360. I'll do the height measurement, and then we'll switch out with the exclusive head. Okay. All right, so measurement time. From the base, not the table, to Superman's head, it looks like you're gonna need at least 26 inches of clearance, so pretty tall. Okay, and then the width is not much, maybe 8 or 9 inches. Okay, so let's do a 360. We'll go clockwise and then counterclockwise. Overall, it's a very iconic statue with Superman standing there, blowing with the wind blowing his cape. Did you guys see something missing? The back of the cape, there's no Superman S. That's a huge, I guess, oversight. Maybe not, because if you paint it on there with the, the folds, it could be very difficult for the factory to do. So as you can see, overall, it's very iconic. It's very nice. Okay, and then we'll go back the other way. Yeah, so I know some people prefer cloth capes or posable cloth capes, but you can't get this kind of pose with it. So this is nice. It does take up a lot of space though. Okay, as you can see, it's very iconic. Let's have a closer look before I change it to the exclusive head, which is what I preferred. So as you can see, the cape fits just right, although I did get a smudge here and there, which I think you can get an eraser and erase it. So this isn't something that you would want to switch out the head too many times because you're going to get some kind of rub. Okay. Now, you know what, thinking about it, maybe I should have used a cloth instead of tissue, because the tissue was getting stuck. So the cloth would have slipped right out. And as you can see, the pit, there is some there, but not as bad as Batman, so you don't need to do surgery to this one. And then you can see the tricep underneath. It's a very thin cloth. It's nice. The sleeve could be a little bit longer. And then it's got this belt. The left armpit is okay. Not as bad as Batman. And the thing I like about this statue is it's fully sculpted underneath, so if you don't like the cloth, you can just tear it and then sand it down and actually paint it yourself. Okay, so it looks like the cape's coming right out at you. And then as I was saying the beforehand, as you can see, there's like a slight right there. I don't know if you can see it. Let's have a zoom in. There you go. See, the peg doesn't really quite fit. It should be down like this. Okay. But from up high, you're not going to see, and I think over time it might weigh it down some. So you're okay. And then the fortress. It's like he's standing on the ice block. No problem there. Like I said before, very iconic pose. So I didn't find many flaws with this piece, other than the problem with putting on the cape. And as you can see, it's kind of weird nowadays. In the olden days, the outside underwear works, but nowadays it's kind of weird because they don't draw them like this anymore. Very nice, and check out his face. It's Superman, no doubt about it. Very heroic. The paint job's very good on this one. Must be one of Sideshow's good factory. And the hair, as you can see, Superman's left arm. Okay, so I don't have much complaint about this, and I will now be putting on the head for you, the exclusive. And just to show you, the exclusive head comes with the eyes. You have two sets each, the squiggly eyes and the regular eyes, and those are paint to put on too. So there you have it. Okay, so I will now remove this head and then put on the regular head and try to rub off the red paint. Alright, finally we have the exclusive modern day head that's looking straight ahead, and as you can see, Superman's red eyes. Not bad, right? So this is what you would get as the exclusive. So instead of looking up and to the side, Superman is looking forward, much like the Batman's second head. And that's what you get. I prefer this modern head over the Alex Ross inspired head more. But the only flaw is that you only get two sets of, well, you get two sets each. You either get the red eyes or you get the squiggly ones, which I will assemble for you. It would be nice if they give us a third head that has just regular eyes like the other head, and I would display that instead. Okay, so let's get the squiggly eyes, or noodle eyes as people would call it, into this, and then we'll see. But let's give you a spin around real quick. There we go. That's what it looks like. He's looking straight ahead. Very iconic again. Okay, so there you have it. Alright, so now I will switch out for the squiggly eyes, and then we'll do the final run through and then the review. Here you go, the noodle eyes, the squiggly eyes. Looks like Superman's just laser beamed somebody, and then, you know, he uses his heat vision so much that it's smoking coming out of his eyes. It doesn't look as bad as in the pictures. Somehow, you know, when I guess statue producer do this in 3D space, it just doesn't look like you know, the comic book. Of course, it can't look at the comic book. As you can see, pretty good. But like I said, it would be nice if we get another head that just has the regular eyes. But I do like the modern, you know, with the S hair and everything. So he's just laser beam somebody, and there you have it. It's not too bad. And yeah, when I put the cape back on, I don't know if you can see, there's some red smudges right there. So if you take a pencil eraser, you should be able to gently remove it. So this is going to be a big drawback if you like to display it a lot. And of course, like I said before, they give you a bag of two red eyeballs, and well, two pairs of red eyeballs and two of the squigglies. Sorry. So I guess that's pretty nice of them to do. And then of course you got the iconic Superman head. Would have been nice if it was like this, you know, with the head, but that's okay. Alright, so I'm going to zoom out. We'll do another 360 with the laser beam eyes, and then we'll go to the final scorecard. Okay? So, oh, before we do that, let's do another close-up so you guys can see everything. get the base. It's very simple compared to, say, Wonder Woman. Nice vein and everything. I like this a lot. My first Superman statue, and of course it has to be quarter scale from Sideshow. So yes, this is the Superman statue to own. I think there's 2,700 of these exclusives, and then maybe what, another 5, 6, 7, whatever thousand regular. And I do think the exclusives is pretty cool, as you can see. So this is what I would display it as. Okay, and then you see the cape. Outstanding. That's what it looks like from the back. Okay. It's very nice, very nicely done. Love the head sculpt. I don't. It's been a while since I got this statue. I don't know who sculpted it, but it looks very powerful. It's Superman, and of course this is all cloth. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom back and we'll do a 360, and then we'll get to the scorecard. There it is. Right there. That's where it's at. We will now be doing a 360 of the Superman statue with the exclusive head. As you can see with the squiggly looking laser beams. Okay, so I like this shot right here. It's very iconic, very nice. It's an all around good statue. And of course, this being sculpted instead of cloth, you get this effect. It's like a picture in time. As you can see, the back, not so good without the Superman logo, but you would never display the Superman from the back anyway. So, but it's nice if it's just the little the little attention to details that will make this a great statue. As you can see right there, it's really nice. It's dynamic, static pose, if you will. Okay, and then we'll go back this way for the 360. As you can see, it's all around. It's a great statue. Okay, so let's go to the scorecard. I'll do a zoom in and then we'll finish this up. Okay, so let's go to the scorecard. The first category we will have is the sculpting. This is an awesome piece. It's fully, like I said, it's fully sculpted underneath. So if you do not like the cloth, then you can just undo the cloth, cut it, whatever, and then have it painted yourself. Now I don't know what it looks like underneath because I haven't obviously cut my cloth. But usually, if it's got cloth, then Sideshow won't be priming it or sanding it. It's gonna be a little bit rough, so it'll require a lot of work on your part if you want to do that. Okay, so this is an iconic pose for Superman. The sculpting is nice. I love it. So from this standpoint, let's see. It might be a little bit awkward at certain angle, like something like this, right? But then no sculpt is gonna look good at all angle, just like automobiles. So from that standpoint, the sculpting, I would say it's a nice 9 out of 10. Sorry, 9.5 out of 10. Almost perfect, but not quite perfect. Okay. So it's got Superman needs to be a little bit bigger. If you've seen the Batman from Sideshow, the premium format figure, it's bigger. It's noticeably bigger than Superman. You can check my review on the three together, and you can see how much bigger Batman is. Now, let me see. This maybe is a true 1/4 scale. Some people say Batman is a little bit bigger, maybe 1 and 1/3 scale, possibly. And I do buy that. This, um, but Superman should be bigger because when you think of Superman, you think powerful. So the argument can say he's an alien, so he doesn't need to be physically big to be strong. Yeah, but Superman's always been drawn to be a pretty muscular character. Okay, so for that reason, the sculpting it's great, but not superb. Just because I think it should be a little bit bigger than Batman. So for that reason, it's again 9.5 out of 10, which is pretty close. Okay, so the next category we have is fit and finish. That means if it's got cloth like this, does it fit well? Is it applied well? And the paint job, is it done well? Stuff like that. So with this one, I didn't find much flaw in it, except for this. There's a gap, as I had shown you earlier. Um, I I guess over time, if you leave it like this, it'll go down. But for now, you get some mispaint there. But then, it's ice. So you can say, yeah, not all ice is going to be nice and even. So I'll let that go. But that fit did not work well for me. And then the overall, because it's cloth, no rip or anything. But you always run the risk of getting a rip cloth. And then over time, it might stretch it. So the paint's good. The Superman's face. This is the regular one. As you can see, there's like no flaw on it at all. This is as good as you're going to get from the factory. Okay. Oh, and it uses magnets. Okay, so that's the regular head. This is the exclusive head. Okay, and then just to give you a closer look. That's with the laser heat coming out of his head or his eyeballs. It looks better than when I first saw it for solicitation. So that's pretty good. So back to paint. Sorry, fit and finish. This normally I would give this an outstanding maybe 10 out of 10, but because my foot, my piece, I have to jam it down there, and over time I guess it's gonna be okay. And you get some paint mishaps here and there. I will give this a 9 out of 10, and that's I think pretty generous. And then of course the sleeve is just a little bit too short, so that's where you get the 9 out of 10 instead. Okay, so the next category, and the other thing is, the issue that I have with this, as I've mentioned before, is Superman's supposed to have this, the Superman logo in the back, just like the front, like that. Oh, by the way, this is a nice touch. It's Ray's logo instead of just painted on. So anyway, so the back, you're supposed to have that S also right there. Now I know why Sideshow didn't want to do it, because as you can see, there are many folds in Superman's cape. So the thing would have been, painted. It would look kind of weird. So I guess that's why they didn't want to do it that way. So other than that, it's not a big deal, but it's nice to have. Okay, so our next category is going to be art direction. Superman is an iconic character, something like this. The art direction is just perfect. He's powerful, he's standing there. You see a lot of Superman statues, he's not really punching something, he's just standing there. It's a heroic pose, as you can see. Any way you look at it, it's going to be heroic, and I like that. So the art direction is good. The base could be a little bit bigger. It's kind of skimpy. Maybe if they didn't go with this base, they can go with some robot parts for Superman, after he's done that. But I'm sure they'll do something different like that with the next version of this. Okay, maybe they'll do the same version. And as you can see, he's very iconic. So art direction wise, it's no near perfect. I'll give this a 9.5 out of 10. It's just that the base is kind of small, I mean skinny, when you compare it to Wonder Woman's or Batman's base. It's a little bit more imaginative than this. Okay, so our fourth category we're going to have is source material. That's how close the producer, in this case Sideshow Toys, comes to matching the source material in the comic book. So this is a comic related statue. So when you look at this, there's no dispute. This is Superman. Come on. Anybody who reads Superman or even be aware of it is Superman. The only issue is the back again. Not beating a dead horse. Should have had the Superman logo done, but I understand. Like I said, you know, it's very complicated because it's not a straight cape. It's blowing. So when you do it, if you think about it that way, you know, it's pretty close. You get the yellow, blue, and red look to it. Okay. So because it's missing that back, I will have to deduct a point off the source material. Although this is almost it is Superman, but I need that thing. You know, for $400 statue, I'm gonna need that. So we're gonna give it a 9 out of 10. This is a strong 9 out of 10. It's nothing bad. It's just that it needs that logo like this. Okay. So our last category that we're going to have is accessories. This isn't just, you know, having a bunch of switch out parts or anything like that. Accessories could just be a cool kick-ass base. But this one, the base is just, it's representative of Superman, but it is not imaginative. If he had like some robot parts or maybe Brainiac's parts that he's just defeated, maybe Sideshow will come up with something like that on the next iteration. But for now, with two switch out parts, just the head and the regular head. So it's not too bad. So not much in terms of accessories. So we'll give this, we'll say an 8 out of 10. Normally I would say this is not great. Average would be a 5. But because it comes with an awesome, you know, two awesome heads, and you get the squiggly eyes, so it gives you some display option. But then again, you know, the display option is limited because you gotta undo the cape, and it's a pain in the you know, behind for that. So 8 out of 10, I think that's very generous for accessories. But it's not, you know, great. Could be better. You know what? Let's give it a 7. 7 out of 10. Two heads get you to 7, but not quite into the great level of an 8. Okay, so we go now to the final all-around score. This is a somewhat tough one for me because this is not an average or anything. I do like the statue. It's got some mishaps that keeps it from winning a 10 out of 10, which I wanted to give the statue, but I can't. I would say this is more of an 8.5 out of 10. I know that's a little bit tough because look at it. It looks pretty cool. And you know, you get the squiggly, they did the fans right, giving 2 sets of squigglies each. And then, you know, the head. And just to let you know, when they first took pictures for solicitation, this head looks like an older Superman because I think it's the lighting that they use. It looks like he's got, like, you know, the gray shades on the side. But if you look at it now, there's no gray at all. Okay? So that is a young, you know, not a young Superman, but a matured one. Okay? So overall, I give this an 8.5. It's got, it's an overall good statue. Not superb, just because it's missing, again, not beating a dead horse, the logo in the back, right there, and it's missing some cool base. But other than that, you know, it's very nice. So there you have it. Thank you for watching, and I guess I will be, after this, I will be posting the triumvirate of the 3. So I've mentioned it, but you won't see it yet because I'm, you know, going to put this up and then put the quick review of 3 together. And of course, there is armpit issue, but not like Batman. This is good for cloth. Okay, so thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more